Hi all, a few more tips on the caregiver's calendar. When you are on this page and you are looking at this week, if you scroll down, you can see that there's no open boxes right here. So it's easy to tell that we've covered all days of the week. But if you happen to come to this right when you log in and it doesn't look like this, I'm looking at weeks right now, but you could change this and look at the whole month. If you're looking at this, then these days here are really easy to tell as well. I can add up that I have 24 hours here. I can add up that I have 24 hours here. I can tell that we've got everything covered. So if we look at it a week like this, we want to be able to change it to this white looking, because I can't tell what's happening here when it's crossing over 2 days. Does that mean that that Carrie is working 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. on the 25th and on the 26th? Maybe, or maybe that was just a mistake. And sometimes you can't tell the hours that are on here. So if you're looking at that, this can be a helpful way to look at it, but most of the time I think you probably want to look at weeks. You can look at days as well, but I don't think that's a very helpful view. So you probably want to look at weeks. If you don't see the calendar at all when you come in here, make sure you are logged in, and if you hover over your icon here, you can see that which account you're using, and make sure that that's the account that you gave me and that I shared with you. If you have two different Google accounts, you want to make sure you're on the one that you gave to me. Also over here, make sure that the Anderson Caregivers calendar is checked in order to see this. You could check other calendars, but that one needs to be on in order to see this view. So the other thing is, if we look down at a date like this, if I can't see the hours on a date, and you want to update that, then you just click on that particular entry, and then you can go to this edit button with this little pencil. If you click that edit button, then you're able to come in here and add in that 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. would be another 4 hours here. So we can save that, and that's updated. If we were looking at next week's calendar and we want to change it from this look to make sure that all the days are covered, and I went into this one where I'm not sure that exactly what hours we're working here. I could click on that. I could go to Carrie. I'm going to say that for November 25th, I'm assuming that this is 4 hours, and it's not all day for 2 days. So I'm going to take this off, click that all day off, and update the actual hours in here to match this. So this would be from 8 p.m. to, and if it goes to 12 a.m. but it's on the 26th, that's okay, because 12 a.m. on the 26th is really, the last hour. It does go to the 26th. So that would be correct. I'd save this. And now it went from what was up here to just right here. And since I think she wanted that to be on 2 days, I can click on this again and go to this, hit duplicate, the 3 dots, hit duplicate, and change this to be the 26th. And it automatically changes it to the 27th there. And I hit save, and now we have those 2 spots, and we've gotten rid of one of them up above. This one, I can tell that Karen is going to edit this one, but if I wanted to change this, I can go into that, click this, 8 a.m. to 12 a.m., this day would be edited. So if this one went from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., even though this doesn't say all day, the reason it doesn't say all day here is because it's going over 2 days, even though she put the hours in here. So if she meant that this was 12 a.m. or 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. This day, then that would be 16 hours. And I'd go 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. on that day. And let's just say that she might have meant that that was also on Wednesday. And perhaps she wasn't sure that Carrie was coming in on that date, so maybe this is wrong for that date. She did say she was going to edit it, but for right now, I'm just going to go here and duplicate this and assume that she also wanted this for the next day. So we have Karen there, and she can edit those hours. If it really was only supposed to be 12 hours and stop at 8 p.m., then she can fix that. The other thing that will happen sometimes is when you're trying to do 24 hours. If I clicked into this one and went to edit it, it does say all day here. We want to always get rid of those all days. So on the 27th, she is starting at 12 a.m. and she is trying to work all the way 24 hours, which would be until 12 p.m. on the 28th here. So if I went to the 28th and tried to go to 12 a.m., let's see if that will work. Yeah, so that doesn't change it up here. It works, but it still stays up there. So what you have to do on that particular instance, if you hopefully we're not getting people to work 24 hours. We don't want everybody working 24 hours anymore. We need to work on that. But if somebody was, then you can actually make this one to go to just 11:30 and keep it to 12 a.m. up there, and make it back on the 27th. And save, and then it will look like it's the whole day. It just doesn't have that last hour, that last half hour, but I'll be able to see that it's 24 hours, and that's the difference on this one. So that is how to make a few more changes on here that there was some questions about. And the only other thing here, this is another good one that Karen put in here. She put gone. If you definitely can't work a day and you think it's important that everybody knows that, it seems like a good idea. I'm going to just do one thing and suggest that if you can do this, it's great if you just put in gone, that's fine. I'll do this, but you can change this color. Like maybe we'd just say it's purple, so we can tell that those ones when you're out a day are in a little different color, where everything else is in red. So that's it. Thanks all for keeping this up to date. Talk soon.